Hello and welcome back to HardReset.Info. In this video, I will tell you exactly what to do immediately after your iPhone gets stolen. Let's begin. First of all, do not panic. It's incredibly easy to do something unwise and outright stupid in emotions, but you do have to be careful about what you do. However, the very first move you should do is enabling Lost Mode. How can we enable Lost Mode? It's incredibly easy. All you have to do is go to the site on iCloud.com/find. We can do that right now. If we go to our Safari, we can go to iCloud, and then we simply want to add /find. Though I do believe we'll have to log into our account first. As you can see, we do have some troubles with internet, but yeah, we do want to log in. We can sign in with a passcode. Now, obviously, I am using the phone. If you forget your phone, then it's pretty hard to use your phone, but it doesn't really matter on which device you're using. You can even do that on PC as long as it has a browser and internet connection. All you need to do is just log in with your Apple account onto this device, and then use Find My on any kind of device. You should be able to do that easily. I will just do that on the phone right now. So as you can see here, we have our list of our devices, and let's say our test phone, which is the phone I'm currently using, is my lost phone. In order to get it into Lost Mode, all you have to do is just go to the test phone. But as you can see, we don't really have last location enabled. We'll talk about that for a moment, but we can just disable this now. So let's go to the test phone right here, and now we want to go to the Lost Mode. As you can see here, we have a list of what will happen. Basically, when we enable our Lost Mode, we can set a few different things. The very first one is just the lock mode itself. It will automatically lock your screen if it's enabled. So if, for example, someone will run into you and just, catch your phone, and it will be enabled. After doing that, it will be disabled for sure, and without a passcode, you won't be able to do anything. Then we can also have activation lock, which will basically keep your phone safe from any kinds of thief or kinds of even hard reset. So even if a thief does catch your phone and will try to delete everything from the phone, he will still, or they still will need to input your passwords in order to do something with the device. And lastly, we can also leave a message with, for example, email or number in case it doesn't get stolen, but we just simply lost it. So let's set it right now. So now let's just hit scroll down and hit continue. Now we need to enter our phone number, though this is completely optional, so we don't have to do that. We can just hit next. And then we can also have the ability to insert our message. So for example, we can click on it and we can just type whatever we want. I will basically type, what's something short? Return to me, please. Well, we almost are capable of doing that. And now let's hit next. So we can also enable the ability to notify us when the phone will be found, but it cannot be done since we don't really have our location, as you can see, which is unfortunate, but we can still activate our Lost Mode. So we will see what will happen. Well, nothing happened because it wasn't our phone. As you can see, this phone that we just enabled Lost Mode on is actually... Oh, I didn't want to do that. Anyway, as we can see, our lost phone has some very little battery, and this is not the phone we have. But still, we can just enable Lost Mode, and if we want to, we can always disable it back. So you have successfully enabled your Find My, and now our lock screen is completely locked, so is the activation lock, which is now enabled, and everything is going good. Now we can move on to the other part of finding our phone, and this is by simply tracking it on the map. As you could see before, we did already see it, because on Find My device, we already see our phone, unless this feature is disabled. If you remember disabling this feature, then yeah, you have a little problem, my friends. But let's say you did not disable this feature and we can access this phone location. So it will basically look like this. We have our little map here and this is our phone. This is the phone that, oh, I had to disable it. But this is, for example, the phone that we have on here. And we can just locate it on the map. Now, what do you do with this location? It might be tempting to rush for this phone, like to, I don't know, try to catch the thief. However, it is not advised to by Apple, by any kind of law enforcement, and by your brain. Mostly because it might be simply dangerous and the phone is not just worth it. And in case something happens, you know, your phone can be replaced, but your life and well-being cannot. So keep that in mind. However, what we can do with our location is to document it and then report it to the police. Though for the reporting part we'll get into a moment. How we can document it? Well, it is very simply. All you have to do is just take a screenshot. You can do that by pressing power button and the volume up button. And we want to make sure that we have basically as big area on our map as possible, but you can also zoom in to get more specifics. And we can also want to see our date and even better our hour of taking the screenshot. So then you want to take this screenshot and you want to use it for the police report. And because this is the other part of this tutorial, or basically like tips what to do when your phone gets stolen, and it's just to report it to the police because it is a thief and you just got stolen. So yeah, you do have to report it, and many people say it's overlooked or like you shouldn't call the police for that, and it's just not true. The police is exactly for that, or you know, any kind of law enforcement you have in your neighborhood, and then you can basically give them enough information. So for example, your last location, the location not only of your current phone and possibly the thief also, but also the location of the incidents, like when or where did you get attacked. Then you want to give them the screenshot we just made, and also you can provide them with IMEI number. You can easily find IMEI number if you go to simple Apple support site, and then you can check it on our Find My Device. Then you want to report it to your wireless carrier or anybody that provides you an SIM service. You want to ask them if they could block not only your not only your phone number, but also the SIM card itself. This way your phone will be basically useless since it is already locked using our lock screen, using our lost found. Then it's also the authentication lock, and then the number doesn't work, so the thief cannot use our phone, for example, to go through two-step verification, which is incredibly useful. Then we can also blacklist our phone using the IMEI number, so it won't be able to connect to any kind of other servers, which is also incredibly helpful in case the thief wants to then resell this phone. They won't be able to do that. And then if you also have bought the AppleCare Plus with theft and loss function, you can also make a claim on official Apple website to basically have them return your phone. Well, maybe not return, but also just give you the new one. Though keep in mind that you need to have a copy of the police report in order to do that. And it's also incredibly important to remember that you cannot delete your iPhone from Find My. If you wonder how to do that, you can easily do that by just locating our phone, scrolling down, and here we have the ability to remove this device from the list. But not only we won't be able to locate it anymore using Find My, but also we won't be able to use this report, like they might refuse it to give you the new phone if you have it enabled. I want to also quickly mention stolen device protection, an incredibly powerful feature that unfortunately is disabled by default. What it will do? Well, basically it will check your area, so it does need to provide a location. However, it will check, for example, if the phone is far away from home, your work, your school, basically whenever you take your phone usually. And if you are outside of these boundaries, then in order to do anything important on the phone, so for example changing the password and gaining access to Apple Wallet and changing basically anything else, you will need to not only use your passcode, but also your biometric features like Touch ID or Face ID. So obviously something that the thief won't be able to provide. If you're wondering how to actually gain access and enable this feature, just in case you want to make sure that any kind of thief won't be able to get inside your phone, you can easily do that by simply leaving this site now and going to settings. In the settings, we want to go to our Apple account. In the Apple account, we want to go to the this is not inside the Apple account, but inside the Apple account we can go to Find My, and we want to make sure that Find My iPhone is enabled and Share My Location is enabled. Then we can also check if we have Send Last Location. So if your phone is not stolen yet, it's incredibly important to keep these settings enabled, because if you do lose your phone by just simply forgetting about it or being a victim of a thief, then you will not be able to find it. Unless you have these things enabled, then you will, obviously. And if you want to enable stolen device protection just in case, all you need to do is go to your settings, then go to the Face ID and passcode. You need to input your current passcode. And here you want to scroll down a little, and here we can see stolen device protection. So as you can see, we can't really set it up because we don't have Face ID nor Touch ID, and I don't want to go through the process of creating those and setting up those, because we do have tutorials on our channel for that. So if you do want to check it, you can easily do that. So let's say we didn't get our happy ending. Let's say we didn't get your phone back and it still hasn't been found. It's been many days, many months maybe, and you are losing hope for finding your phone. Well, there is a last resort option that you can use to make sure that your phone is secure. Well, maybe not your phone, but your data. And unfortunately, it is a hard reset. You can easily do that, wirelessly by going into Find My site. So we can do that right now. And if you locate your phone, you can scroll down, and here we have Erase this device. If we click on it, it will basically mean that all content and settings will be erased when this iPhone connects to the internet. So it's important to know that we'll still be able to locate our phone, just in case it might show up someday, but at least your data will be safe. Though it won't be saved unless you have some sort of iCloud that basically stores your images, your games, your applications into the cloud, then all of your data will be removed forever, like at all. So if you are worrying that maybe someone will crack your passcode or something like that, you can perform a hard reset this way, and your data will be saved forevermore, because it won't be no one will be able to access it since it will be gone. It's important to note that if you don't have the Find My device unlocked, then you won't be able to locate this phone no longer, so this will be the last time you will ever see it, unfortunately. But yeah, it is a last resort option, so always keep that in mind. So let's quickly recap everything we just said. The very first thing you should do is enabling lost mode whenever you lose your phone as fast as possible. Then you want to use Find My in order to track your device, but do not chase the thief. Instead, report the thief to the police and your service carrier so they can block your email numbers, phone numbers, and basically anything else. Then you want to not remove your phone from your Find My in order so it can be still located easy, and maybe the police or maybe someone else will find it. However, if it's not helping and your phone has been gone for a long time, you have a last resort option, and that being a hard reset, so you will know that your data will be forever safe. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.